What is your problem? Are you hungry? What's the problem? I don't even know where the food is. Are you hungry, Will? You just have Shen? Then you can come and sit with me.
I will say, honey, I'm sorry, I'm pretty tired, and it's totally okay if you want to stream. I might not feel responsible for
That's
taking
fine.
the dog and all of that.
I understand. All right. Hello. And welcome to another turn of Mekone. So we've got a bunch of battles here. We'll check out our battles first and then go to our allies. So we had, we were a little bit worried about a bump here with a potential Panom or Zion. And it looks like we've avoided that fate. So just us against some wolf tribe. We're still split up. I think we should do pretty well. These guys have length 0 knives, and we have length 4 spears. So we should not. They can be kind of killy, but I think that we should be in pretty good shape to repel a lot of their attacks. And I didn't click on it, but that does appear to be happening. We kind of shoot right through them, and there they go. So we need to run down these archers in the back, but no problems there either. Go ahead and finish them all off. So we won that one, no losses. So our first party is doing really well. They've taken 3 provinces now, with like 2 casualties. Our second party is our big group of peltists up against the barbarians. This one's, theoretically this wins, and it usually does, but sometimes if the barbs really hold on and don't fail a morale check, they will kill a lot of peltists and can cause the peltists to retreat because the peltist morale is pretty bad. What you really want to see here is the barbs retreating before they make it in combat here. So that has not happened. So the barbs are in combat. I think though that was the second barb leader of only 2. So looks like we routed them by killing their leaders here. So that's nice. That works. But even in the short amount of time we were in melee, right, we lost 11 peltists. So that's tough. Some pretty high attrition there. We'll do Abyssia. So Abyssia's got their burning, or no, just Abyssian infantry by this warlord. I think this is their starting army. You can see there are some afflictions messing with them. I apologize for the noise in the background. Our friends are having a baby and we are watching their dogs. And then the second Abyssia fight here is an assassin. So it looks like some assassin expansion here. And these elephants are busy trying to kill these guys on the way out of their expansion. Or the assassination battle. That's pretty funny. They are clearly being much more effective than the Arpathius elephants. I don't know why this one isn't moving. There it goes. That's pretty funny. So that's a nice win. And I think go ahead and look at this real quick. Yeah, this is on our sort of central space, and I think that doing assassin expansion makes a lot of sense in this area. Whereas it can be a little risky to do assassin expansion sort of where your enemy might be, because they might get the benefit of it. So I really like using the assassins for these core lands. Could be nice against like these lizards as well. So I really like that. We'll check out what we've got for TNN. So TNN going for 2 expansions. They had that unfortunate reversal last turn with Hannibal's elephants. This is their starting party up against the Lion tribe. So the slings should be pretty effective into these archers, and their infantry is much better than Lion tribe infantry. There is some vine work going, vine arrows going on, but they went ahead and chop right through them. They did lose 4 Furbog, but that's how it goes. And this one is, they should be cleaning up. They've got some Tuatha and some She warriors led by a She champion. And this should be them cleaning up these the bear tribe that they didn't manage to take out earlier. So I'm gonna get blessed up right into melee. Unfortunately, it would appear that the commander ran in by himself and died there. Let's go ahead and watch that one again. We'll slow it down when we get to the particular moment. So the Tuatha and the She warriors run in. They get a couple kills in the closest squad. They then decide to stop to chuck javelins. And unfortunately, because of the way it worked, this guy must be on attack. He is now running into melee against this whole stack by himself. Is he on advancing cast? He really got himself right in there. I would have thought, we can watch one more time. I would have thought he would have, like, slowed down to cast. He does some blessings. And then he did a bark skin. I think that's just looks like attack to me. But in any event, the bear tribe have once again defeated our elvish allies. So we're gonna hope that we can break through there. In other news, though, we do have some neighbors. So we can see T and Chi here is well on their way to setting a favorable border with us to our southwest. So obviously we can't see all these provinces, but if they're already here, it stands to reason there's a good chance they might be able to get a lot of this before the elves can get over there. So definitely gonna have to hope we can sort of break this out, and maybe they haven't gotten here already. Yes, so TC, who is on his team? This is not, well, I guess this does help me. TC is with Dumb Rock Scaling, so he's with Satis and Zion. So I think that we definitely have, if they set like a really strong border against us here, it could make a lot of sense for us to try and run in there early, depending on exactly what kind of blessing stuff they have. The Warriors of the Five Elements can be pretty killy, but are also virtually unarmored, so they have a lot of weaknesses. I think that they are they do look a little rush baity. The question though is, where are their allies? Like if they've got a spawn such that they're like here, here, and here, which I don't necessarily know that it's spawned that way, but if it's something like that, it might be difficult to really like fully execute a war with them. We'd have to try to just have like a one-on-one bit here, but they do look potentially very rushable. We also found Bod up here and Helheim right near Bod, and I don't remember if they're on the same team or not. So Bod is the bad, only potentate of the good. The good is Saramatia. And where is the other? And, oh, yes, okay. And then Atlantis. So Helheim is getting right in there against Bod. They're not going to love that border, I don't think. So that probably means that Helheim is over here. Bod's here. He's got to be teamed up with Atlantis, so it must be Atlantis here, I believe. And then Sorrow probably up here, maybe somewhere over here. That means that if we do think that this is a capital, it's got to be Hinnom. And then who are Vanheim's or Helheim's allies? Helheim is teamed up with, she's always stuck in the middle. It's who, okay, they're in charge. Oh, the Joy of Three Heads. Oh, Three Heads is the pretender. Because they're also with Albion and Alcara. So that one's potentially scary. They could have a kind of a big bless on that. And they're probably making up a good portion of our western border. I think we should have a pretty good matchup against them if they go for big sacreds. Mekone is pretty darn good against that kind of thing. Obviously, it depends a lot on what they have. I expect potentially really high defense. Albion, I don't know too much about. I think that they've got bigger, like, half giants. They're size 4, I guess, so they technically count as giants. Berserker +4. Sacred Demons. I got a bunch of tattoos. And Power of the Turning Year. And they start with Dark Vision. Okay. Not a lot of protection. Pretty good defense, though. So there's potentially a big defense bless I wouldn't be surprised to see out of this team. So definitely could be a problem. Something that we would need. Probably want our Evocation 3 to deal with. Because I think once you're stunned, defense doesn't matter very much. Then we chop right through them. So, starting to put together a picture of what our enemies look like. So this scout, which way do they want to go now? Maybe this way? As for us, I think we still have plenty of time for our research plan to get Construction 3 before we need to get Evocation. I don't expect us to get rushed like that. As for what our armies are going to do, I think we have a couple of options. So sending them here, I think is like mega greedy. If this is indeed Hinnom, I don't see Hinnom being very happy with us getting this border. Now that also goes for attacking here, which could be pretty greedy as well, and is pretty likely to create a bump. We could send these at the barbs, but I don't love that. This army will not do particularly well against barbs at similar sizing. It would probably be the end of this party. And that leaves us with going down here and taking out these archers, militias, and heavy infantry, and that's probably what I think we should do. That is certainly the most conservative play. It'd be really nice if we could get this, because then it seals this whole area for us. But it's a little... This feels a little dicey to me. I do wish I'd sent my scout over here. So I think, though, that we want to be just conservative and go back here. But a large part of me does want to be super greedy and click the wolf tribe up here and try and steal off a whole big bunch of territory. Because, like, going back here leaves all of this open, it leaves this open, it leaves this open. We could potentially try and take this, and then if we needed to, trade it away later. So if this is Hinnom, who's on Hinnom's team? Oh, the dogs. Again, it's so we're the main dog barking is not my dog. We are watching our friend's two dogs as they are having a baby, hopefully today. So we're hoping, hoping that goes really well for them, both obviously for their own sake and so that they can come home, be happy, and take their dog back as well. So Hinnom is with Oceania, and somebody else with Neptune, Juhera. So they've got a water border. So if this is Hinnom, Oceania must be here, and then Juhera is probably one of somewhere around here. So Hinnom doesn't necessarily have like particularly great way probably to come in and get us. So like we could try and be a little provocative and do this and potentially get away with it. 40 Wolf Tribe is exactly what we just beat here. Although of course it could be something slightly different. But I don't know, we're streaming the game. Let's go for it. Should be fun. We'll see if it works. This is pretty risky. I don't know if it's actually a good idea. But I'm gonna try it. Yeah, Oceania doesn't see a ton of play. I know that in the tier list thread that was on Lucid's Discord, Arco mentioned that he thought that Oceania was pretty decent. Or like had a really good like opening. I don't know. I don't want to put I'm trying to remember exactly what it was, but it wasn't as bad as his impression of it didn't make it seem as bad as I usually thought it was. Because yeah, I usually kind of think of it as being a worse water pin. But I've never played it, so. This party, we have 40 peltasts left. 44 peltasts. There are 30 cavemen, 50 enemies here on this farm mountain, although militia is the highest, or we could go here, where there's only 40 enemies, and militia is the highest as well. So currently, let's look at what we can recruit. Our gold income is terrible, right? This province had nothing. This province has 26, it's tiny, and this province, which we were hoping was going to be a pretty big one, it's plains with these houses, is decent, but not, it would have been nice if it was a little higher. We want to probably put 6 BD in it too. I think we probably, I don't know if we can recruit this effort this turn. We can recruit 4 of our Gigantes, and we could get a Durante. These guys are going to research for us kind of terribly, and they're really old and they die. Like, I don't think I even want this mage. Like, it's just really bad. We probably just throw another one in here too to get the resource piece out of it. And then we just don't get a leader. We have one effort already, so we're good for the event. But yes, we do need one. So we're good for the event already. But the other option, I mean, this is like most effectively using our resources. We just don't have any gold. And I think it's mostly, we have 19 unrest, and we have some heat scales. If we look at like Abyssia, which has 0 unrest, and is in the right, yeah, exactly, and is in the right area, they're getting 400 income out of their cap. We're getting 250. And they've picked up 83, 64, 46, and 19. We've got 0, 26, 58, and 33. So we're just poor. We're just poor. So yeah. Currently we're not resource starved or gold starved. But that'll change, potentially change quickly. So this party, we can go get a guaranteed 49, or we can roll the dice here. Well, when I say guarantee, we have to win the fight, but we know what the income is. And these are, the Peltas are just not that good. Like I have some amount of fear of us getting the Peltas losing a fight here. We could reinforce the Peltists with 4 Giganti, and then they would definitely win this and would be kind of a sizable party going forwards. But it would delay sending a full party out. Whereas like next turn right now, we've got 4 already. We're recruiting another 4. We could send 8 Giganti and look to go and capture. Like we could then maybe recruit like a handful of these slingers, throw them in front against these heavy cav. And we'd have like a decent shot, I think, at killing this. If we soak those lance charges, I think we should be okay. So I think I'm currently inclined. I think I'm currently inclined to go and see how well 40 Peltas do against 30 cavemen in a cave. So let's just go. I think there's caves on the arena map. Go ahead and turn on debug real quick. We'll see if arena has a cave. Otherwise, we'll have to do something else. No, it does not have a cave. Okay, we'll have to try another one. I guess we'll just roll a random one. It'll be fine. Cone against random. The Duranti are just so old that it's difficult. Hold on, let's see. So we are... Here's a cave. So we're gonna clear out the cave, and then we'll have the other side recruit some cavemen. Just, well, I guess because we don't know exactly how many are actually gonna be there. Marverni. Hold on, what tile? What tile are we on? Mekone is on 18. We're on 71. We are very far away, but that's actually not a problem. These guys have exceptional map movements. Sure, we don't run. Yeah, we don't want to run both of them in, though. Okay, so that should be fine. Bernie can then go ahead and recruit. some, hopefully, cavemen. Rats. The Zots. Alright. I guess let's attack some more caves. Try and find some cavemen. Nope, Bakemono. Alright, here's some cavemen. So cavemen are in 114. And we want a caveman leader and 30. Oh, that's going to take a little while. Oh, that's okay. Our troops are going to take a long time to wander their way over from Mekone. What did I say was in 114? Yeah. It's that cave over there. And I think that should clear us a path. Alright, so we need 40. Oh, I think we have like 43, so yeah, that's pretty pretty much right there. I think I had them in a double fire. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and multi-turn, move our way over here, and hope that that works out. Yes, almost there. And then 4 more Verni's side. How many? 17, so we still need a couple more turns. Then this guy obviously needs to get out of there. So we need like, what, 1, 2, 3 more turns? Gotta make sure that Mekone doesn't actually attack it though. Alright, so I don't know if this is exactly the same. Oh god, this guy's no leadership. I guess that's okay, they'll be fine. There, I don't know if this could be their leader or not. His morale penalty he's giving his troops is really bad. So I'll have him stand in the back. And then Mekone will attack. So kind of relying on our javelins here. Otherwise, I think our dudes are going to get smashed. Yeah. Alright, so we did technically win, but that is not look reliable. So we're not going to send them in there. We'll probably swing back for that province later. We're going to go after, I think, the smaller group to our capital south. So, I think that should be fine. And then we'll get our Giganti up and moving after that. Unfortunately, they will still have to 2-turn move because unless we wanted to go for the Dromos, which we could, we'd only get 5. We can't get here in 1 turn, so. I suppose another option would be if we recruited, if we did something kind of goofy, if we recruited 5 Ekdromos this turn, and then 1, we'll just get the 1 hoplite because we can. The 5 Ekdromos could be led by this guy and try and kill this province, although it does have cataphracts. And then that's 20 map move. Hold on, I take it back. That's 20 map move. So even with a higher map move guide, that's not going to do it because these dudes are only 18. Okay, never mind. Back on this, and we're just going to march the slow way. And put some PD in. And send a note to our team that we're depressingly poor. And I think that's all we can do here. No double turn today. We're still waiting on a couple more, so I think this is about the best that we're gonna do. I'm a little nervous about this. We're gonna need to probably morale break them. But that sort of is what it is. And then this is also a little bit dicey if we get somebody coming in. So kind of going for some high risk stuff here with these parties, but we should then get into the more reliable hoplites to sort of finish us off from here. Starting the next turn. So I'm gonna look at the mercenary sheet, but we obviously can't afford it. So, all right, I think we'll go ahead and call it here then. Thanks everybody for joining me, and let's hope that our expansion works. Go ahead and submit. All right, thanks. Have a good day, and I will see everyone in the future. Adios.